Hey guys, welcome back to our channel where we bring you the most exciting battles in the world of Pokemon Go. Get ready to witness the awe-inspiring power of one of the fiercest dragon types out there, Haxorus. With Haxorus getting the new Community Day move, Breaking Swipe, it has become a force to be reckoned with in the Go Battle League. In this video, we'll dive into some epic encounters highlighting Haxorus' incredible moveset while pairing it up with Shadow Nidoqueen and Shadow Beedrill to go 5-0. Without further ado, let's get into the battles. In the first battle, unfortunately I lost a part of the clipping. To give you the context, it was Haxorus lead versus opponent's Haxorus. I did 5 counters and caught the move on Shadow Nidoqueen. Now here, I let the move go because I thought that my Nidoqueen would survive. Thankfully it did with 1 HP, and here I go for the Earth Power. However, I decide to undercharge it so that once my Haxorus comes back in, I'm able to do a lot of counter damage as also get a lot of farm from the Registeel. Now Registeel here decides to throw their move, so since I have a lot of energy on me, I decide to shield and completely farm the Registeel down. Here they come in with Alolan Ninetales, so I decide to throw one move so that I lower down their attack and then make the swap into my Shadow Beedrill. Now Shadow Beedrill really hurts the Fairy type with its first move, that is Poison Jab, because it is really super effective. And then since the attack stat was lowered down, I decided not to shield the Beedrill because any move from Haxorus will do more damage. Here, now I decide to shield again since I believe Haxorus is low enough wherein my Poison Jabs will be able to farm it down before Haxorus can deal us more damage. Here again, since they have a shield, I decide not to throw any move and completely Poison Jab them down. GG's to the opponent. Here we have a terrible lead, so I decide to straight away swap into my Shadow Nidoqueen. Thankfully the opponent took a couple of Poison Jabs and then only they swapped into their Alolan Sandslash, and I was able to CMP die them for the Earth Power. Here, since I got a shield from them and I know that they'll outpace me to the next move, I decide to let go of Shadow Nidoqueen and then I'll wait my clock to come in back with Haxorus. Now Haxorus' counter will do a lot of damage to the Ice Steel type, and here I go for the CMP tie because I did not want to invest a shield here. Knowingly they'll come back with the Charmer, and it was able to completely farm me down because unfortunately my clock wasn't up, so all my hopes now rest with Shadow Beedrill. Beedrill again has done a lot of damage with its Poison Fangs, and here they have a Sableye at the back. So Sableye is not the worst matchup for Beedrill because a Shadow Beedrill X-Scissor will hurt it a lot. X-Scissor is not a really good move, however coming from Shadow Beedrill and doing neutral damage on Sableye, it still adds up. So I go for the back-to-back here, and they only have one shield left, and I believe the X-Scissor from this range will be able to take it out. And then it's just a matter of the fast moves. My fast move is super effective against the Alolan Ninetales, and I was able to Poison Jab them down. And GG's to the opponent. Into the next one, we face a decent lead against Registeel. The opponent decides to straight away switch. So what I decide is I'll go for the Breaking Swipe, get their attack lowered, and then make a swap into my Shadow Beedrill. I went to the Shadow Beedrill A because it reaches its move before Shadow Nidoqueen, because Shadow Nidoqueen takes 6 Poison Jabs to reach a Fang. Moreover, Fang is resisted on the Sableye, whereas X-Scissor does neutral damage. Here, since the attack was lowered by Breaking Swipe, that is why I decided not to shield the first one, and here again the opponent was forced to throw, and that is why I decided to come in with my Pokemon and farm them completely down because the Sableye was dry on energy. So I was able to gather a lot of energy, and let's see what they come in. So the last Pokemon is Medicham. Again here the same strategy, I decide to throw the Breaking Swipe, lower down their attack, and then probably I'll stay in the matchup to force them to throw their move. That is what the opponent does, and now I know they have a Registeel at the back. So Nidoqueen is a poison type mon plus a ground type mon, does really well against both of their last Pokemons, and that is why the opponent decided to concede the match. Moving on to the next one, again it's a Haxorus versus Haxorus on the lead. Here I decided to straight away swap and check out what the opponent does. The opponent had the same gameplay in their mind, they also straight away swapped into their steel and fairy Pokemon, that is Mawile. So here I try to go for a bait. Let's see if we'll be able to land one. We were able to land one, and here on the next move we see MP die. So the aim of the game was to take both the shields away from the opponent, and here, since they've already done that, that is why I decide to go for a shield advantage and then see what we can do. The only bad thing about this gameplay was that Mawile was able to farm me a lot, so therefore if they have an iron head, that would still hurt me even though it's a neutral move. They had player up which was resisted, so in hindsight I think I could have still saved my shield. However, I was able to farm them a lot, and plus Nidoqueen has hardly taken any damage. Again, the opponent is core broken by Nidoqueen. They had a Registeel at the back. Here, I could have stayed in the Nidoqueen. I don't have a really bad matchup against Nidoqueen, against the Haxorus. However, I decided to swap into Haxorus, force them to throw their energy, and here Haxorus is squishy. It just dies in one poison fang, and here I straight away go for the earth power. It was more of a safer play because I'm at a health range wherein one move from Registeel wouldn't KO my Nidoqueen, and I'll be able to reach my next earth power before them. However, the better play could have been to first throw a fang and then throw the earth power, because after the debuff of the poison fang, the earth power would have surely KO'd. GG's to the opponent. Moving on into the next battle, we have a sort of decent lead because I'll reach my breaking swipe before the Sableye. So I believe in the ones with the attack start of Haxorus, maybe it comes really close, or maybe Haxorus just wins the matchup. So they decide to shield. I again decide to shield because I believe I can reach another move before them. And here again I wait a turn. Maybe I should pause and show this again to some of the viewers. This is like one of the advanced strategies that we can employ so that the opponent, okay, I took it a bit back, but any which way we can watch it from here. So yeah, waiting a turn means you don't throw your fast move and you wait for the opponent to throw their fast move, and when they are in motion of doing their fast move, that is when you press your charge move, so that you do not give any, it happened right there, so you do not give any time to the opponent. I'll just take it a bit back and maybe slow it down. I reach a move here, so rather than straight away pressing on my charge move, I will not throw any move and wait for the opponent to throw their fast move, and in between the animation I'll press on my charge move so that the opponent cannot catch on any other Pokemon. It happened right there. So moving on, I throw my second move and I was really happy to take a shield from the opponent. And again it will happen here, or maybe now since I'm watching the video in real time, I don't remember if it happened in the first time or not, but it surely did happen here. Anyway, moving on from that, so one shield I stand corrected. It is close, but Sableye wins that. Anyway, I was happy enough to come in with my Beedrill and farm them down. Since Sableye was completely dry, I knew that I can farm them down. Here they come in with Toxicroak. Now Toxicroak does not have a good matchup against Beedrill. The counters are heavily resisted because of the poison plus bug typing of Beedrill. Plus my Drill Run does super effective to the Toxicroak. Here again, coming back to the same point, I waited a turn and then I'm throwing the move so that they don't catch on their last Pokemon. However, their last Pokemon turns out to be a Steel type. This is again a wrap. So this will do some heavy damage to the Registeel, and once they kill my Beedrill, they'll see the Nidoqueen and they'll know they just can't win this matchup. So I come in with Nidoqueen and the opponent realizes that, rather they did not realize that this is a match they cannot win. They were still in the match, so I sort of went for the BM. I fanged them, and this move will at most do 40% damage around that mark, and here I decide to jab them down. However, the opponent quit. Finally, they realized it wasn't a winning matchup for them, and this was the set that I went 5-0 in. So these are some bonus battles. I did play another set with the same team, so I am showcasing these battles because, of course, this team is not perfect. I was lucky enough to score that 5-0. Altaria is like a core breaker. None of my Pokemons actually have a really good matchup. Nidoqueen can still do some damage, but Beedrill and Haxorus do not have great matchup against Altaria. So it is really difficult to win against Altaria. I was actually really thankful that they decided not to swap out from Nidoqueen. They come in with Sableye. Now Sableye is a neutral Pokemon again against all three Pokemons. It can do well, but again, my Pokemons can also do well against the Sableye. So the situation is Sableye has energy. We are both one shields down. So I come back with Beedrill because I'm pretty sure Beedrill can tank one foul play. I'm not so sure about the Haxorus. So here again, right before they throw their move, I go for my X-Scissor to do some neutral damage. Got the last shield, and here I think I made the mistake of not shielding this because this foul play straight away did a lot of damage, and the last Pokemon was Registeel. So even if I had shielded that, I believe in the zeros Registeel would still win easily because the Focus Blast will one-shot my Haxorus, and then again Beedrill was really low to really trouble the Registeel. So couldn't win this, but anyway, GG to the opponent. I think this is another game wherein I have Altaria on the lead, and as you saw, Altaria leads are really difficult to handle. So again, I wanted to showcase this battle because this battle again was not a great one. However, I can also watch the battles again and learn something. Here I tried to CMP tie them. The opponent was really patient. They did not throw the charge move straight away. However, here I believe they were at back-to-back Hydro Cannons, and there was no point in investing a shield in the Nidoqueen. Because as it is, both of my back Pokemons are really weak to Altaria. So even if I had taken the switch advantage by investing shields, it wouldn't have mattered much because Altaria with shield advantage against a Beedrill and Haxorus will sweep the entire team. So once I'm done with the Swampert, I throw the Breaking Swipe straight away to Altaria to do some good damage. And here again, they have a G-Fizz at the back, 2 shield G-Fizz. This team really cannot do much. G-Fizz does really well against Beedrill with shields up because it has access to Rock Slide. Rock Slide does super effective damage to Beedrill, and moreover, this is a Shadow Beedrill, so it takes even more damage from the Rock Slide. And here I just quit. I knew that I'm not going to win that matchup. So for the last battle of the day, I have a really nice, fun battle set with this battle. I was doing super effective damage. However, I believe Vigoroth's counters are doing the similar, or not the same, but similar amount of damage to my Haxorus. So I go for the Breaking Swipe, and the opponent decides to shield. And now this is a Kanto Sand Slash. So I was really taken aback by this. Plus, it has access to Mud Shot, which is a really nice fast move. It charges the charge moves really quickly. So here I believe that I try to catch a move on my Shadow Beedrill. Again, I hope that they throw the Nice Slash again. However, they had Rock Tomb, and Rock Tomb again does super effective damage to the Beedrill. And so I decided to immediately throw my X-Scissor without the opponent reaching another charge move, so as to do as much damage as possible. Now we are both 2 shields down, so this is a scenario wherein I like to lose the matchup because I can come with my Pokemon and farm them down. So here I got 2 Poison Chaps, which is really nice, and the last Pokemon is Mantine. Now Mantine is a bulky mon, so here I think I need to combo play so as to defeat this Pokemon because it has access to Ice Beam as well. So I tried to catch a move. I hoped it was an Ice Beam so that they would be dry on energy. However, they threw Bubble at me and swapped out. So fortunately, I was able to reach another move on their Vigoroth before the Vigoroth gets to any moves. They farmed me down. They'll throw a body slam, but since I was able to throw my breaking swipe, their attack was slowed, and Nidoqueen was able to tank that pretty well. Here again, with the buffed up damage of Poison Fang, we did a good deal of damage to the Mantine, and they die in one more fast move. So those were the battles for the day. Again, as showcased in the previous video, Haxorus on the lead is pretty doing pretty well for now, and I'm really enjoying my battles with it. So for the first video, I showcased double ice at the back. Here I showcased double poison at the back. Maybe I can come up with another line. However, I enjoyed my battles with both the lines, and I would highly recommend all of you to try Haxorus on the lead with either double ice or double poison. So don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more such electrifying Pokemon Go content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from our channel. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll catch you in the next electrifying adventure. Until then, keep battling and stay legendary.